Welcome back to Movie On. This is a story of a teacher who is such a gold digger and she doesn't like her job of being a teacher at all. To get money, she seduces rich guys, and she also sleeps with other guys to get her job done. And then what happens next, you will know the rest in this video. Today, I'm going to explain the movie called Bad Teacher from 2011. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into the story. At the beginning of the movie, we saw a lady named Elizabeth. She's such a big gold digger, and she also works as a teacher. But she does not like this at all, and she wants to marry a rich guy and spend the rest of life in luxury. Elizabeth seduced a very rich guy, and she was about to get married to him. That's why she quit her job of teaching. Then all the other teachers of the school wished her farewell, and then she went to her husband's house to meet him. Her boyfriend was with his mom in the house. Her boyfriend had already packed all of her stuff. Actually, her boyfriend's mom has already proved to him that Elizabeth does not love him, and she's just marrying him for his money. Elizabeth said, "No, I love you a lot." But then, when his mom asked her about his birth date, Elizabeth could not remember it. And then her boyfriend got angry with her and broke up with her. Then he kicked her out of his house. Now her plan of marrying a rich guy was destroyed, and she had also lost her job. After 3 months, there was no money left with her, and that's why she had to join as a teacher once again in that school. After coming to the school, she met another teacher named Amy. Amy tried to talk to her, but Elizabeth was behaving very rudely with Amy, and she showed attitude. Amy didn't like it at all. And then Elizabeth met another teacher who was her good friend, and then she told her soon she will seduce another rich guy and then quit this job as a teacher. That night, Elizabeth went to a bar so that she could seduce a rich guy. Then a guy came there, and Elizabeth started flirting with him and tried to seduce him as well. But as she found out that the guy was not rich, she got rid of him. That night, she couldn't find any rich guy, and then she went to her house and fell asleep. But she could not sleep well that night. That's why she had very little amount of sleep. When she went to school, she felt so sleepy. And that's why she turned the TV on and told the students to watch TV. And then she fell asleep in the class. During lunch, Elizabeth went to the canteen, and then the gym teacher of the school, Russell, came to her. Russell liked her for so long. But since Russell is just a gym teacher, and he does not have much money, that's why she does not give him value. And then when Elizabeth got out of the canteen, she saw a handsome teacher. The name of that teacher was Scott. Scott was wearing a very luxury watch, and Elizabeth noticed it and realized that Scott is a rich guy. And then she talked to him and found out he came here to teach in this school for some time, and he was unable to find his class. Elizabeth talked to him for more and found out he is single, and Scott showed her his ex-girlfriend's photo. His ex was so beautiful, and her figure was stunning. That's why Elizabeth decided to implant her breasts to impress Scott. Then she went to the doctor to implant her breasts, but the doctor told her she would need $9,000 for the surgery. Elizabeth was surprised to hear this, because she didn't have enough money, but still she didn't give up. She called all of her friends and tried to borrow money from them. But all of her friends knew her so well that they didn't give her money. Elizabeth got so sad after this. The next day, a student of hers told her that a team of 7th graders are about to do a car wash this weekend. Last time, they earned $6,000 from the car wash. Elizabeth was shocked after hearing this, and she found an opportunity to manage the money for her breast implant. Elizabeth decided to lead that team, but the students said, "No, you can't do it, because Amy will lead the team as always." Then Elizabeth went to the principal to get rid of Amy and seduced him with her sweet words and became the leader of the team. On the day of the car wash, Elizabeth came to the school in such a short dress so that the people would get attracted to her and come to wash their cars. Elizabeth earned so much money from this car wash, and she stole some money and kept it. But Amy caught her doing this, and then she complained about this to the principal. But since Amy had no proof about it, that's why the principal didn't take her seriously, and that's why Amy was so angry at Elizabeth. And then when Elizabeth was talking to Scott, Amy came there and told him about the breast implants of Elizabeth. But Scott praised her for doing it, and this time, Amy's plan failed. Then everything started to get better in Elizabeth's life. Parents gave her some money so that she could take care of their kids. Elizabeth saved all this money for her breast implants. And then, in a winter party at school, Scott told her that he likes Amy. Elizabeth was very sad after hearing this, and she felt so bad. And then Elizabeth met the gym teacher, and then they talked for a long time. They were creating a good bond between them. After some time after the winter party, the parents of her students invited her over to their house. The name of this student was Garrett. Garrett told everyone that he likes the most beautiful girl of the school, and her name was Rosie, and he is about to propose to her, and he had written a poem about her. But then Elizabeth told him that Rosie is never going to get impressed by you. Actually, once Elizabeth was the hottest girl of the school, and she knew that no girl would like to go on a date with a boy like Garrett. And then, after some days, Scott met Elizabeth, and then he invites her to a bar party. At night, Elizabeth went to the bar party. Russell also came to this party. And then Scott started singing, and he proposed to Amy while singing. Amy got so emotional after seeing all of this. On the other side, Elizabeth was so angry, and that's why she left the party with her friend. Elizabeth's friend told her that there is going to be a test in the school, and in that test, the first student's teacher will be rewarded with $5,700. Then Elizabeth once again found another opportunity of managing money for her breast implants. The next day, she went to her class and started teaching her students strictly, so that the students of her class will be in the top list, and she will get the $5,700. And that's why Russell and Elizabeth became good friends. On the other side, Amy and Scott started dating. But since Elizabeth didn't teach her students for the whole year, then she realized that none of her students will top in the test. But she still didn't give up. She made a plan to make her students top in the test. After 1 month, the test was taken, and in this exam, her students were the top. Then Elizabeth got the $5,700. Elizabeth was so happy now, because now she can do her breast implants. But on the other hand, Amy was so sad that she could not win the $5,700. And then, after some days, school arranged a trip. But then Elizabeth put something in Amy's apple so that she could not go with Scott on this trip. When Amy ate the apple, her face became so ugly with pimples, and she didn't go on that trip. And when Amy saw Scott going on a trip with Elizabeth, she got very angry. Then Amy got back to school and took Elizabeth's desk to her class, and put her desk in Elizabeth's class. And then she called a worker and asked him to break the lock of Elizabeth's desk, saying that it was hers. And then when she checked the drawers, she found the answer sheet of the test. Then she understood how Elizabeth's students came first on the test. Amy went to the principal's office with the answer sheet and told him everything. The principal got so angry after hearing this, and he told Amy that we need the statement of that professor to punish Elizabeth. Then Amy went to that professor and prepared him to give his statement. On the other side, Elizabeth manipulated Scott, and then she acted like she had sex with him, and she sent a photo to Amy so that she would break up with Scott. But Amy found out, and she was so shocked. The next morning, one of Elizabeth's students named Garrett proposed to his crush. Then his crush rejected him in front of everyone and insulted him in front of everyone. Then Elizabeth realized after seeing Garrett like this that she's doing the same thing with Russell. Russell loves her so much, but she ignores him all the time. Then Elizabeth decided to help Garrett and gave her bra to Garrett. Elizabeth told everyone that she caught Garrett while making out with his senior. Then Garrett showed everyone the bra that Elizabeth gave him, and everyone believed that Elizabeth was not telling a lie, and Garrett had really made out with a senior. Then all the students became his fan. Meanwhile, Amy went to that trip and told her in front of everyone that soon you will be exposed how you stole the answer sheet of the test. And then Elizabeth blackmailed the professor with naked photos. Actually, Elizabeth took the photos while the professor was unconscious. Then the professor refused to give his statement against Elizabeth. On the other side, Elizabeth found out that Amy changed her desk. Elizabeth knew that she always keeps drugs in her desk, and now the desk is in Amy's class. Then Elizabeth went to the principal and complained about Amy that she takes drugs in school. And then when they checked Amy's desk, they found drugs from it that Elizabeth put there. Then the police arrested her. Amy tried to tell everyone that this was not her desk, and it was Elizabeth's desk. But no one believed her. And after this incident, Amy was kicked out of the school. After everything, Elizabeth went to Russell and accepted his proposal. And then they started dating each other. And that's how the movie ended. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, I will say stay safe, stay well, thanks.